Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Mile High Collector here. Today we have something kind of unique for you to share. I recently bought a case of 2025 TOPPS Heritage hobby boxes. So 12 hobby boxes in a case. I think the price was around, I got it directly from TOPPS website. I think it was 14 or 1500, I can't remember exactly. A lot of money. I've bought a case a year for the past 2 or 3 years and really enjoyed it. So I didn't want to miss out this year. If you've watched the box that we opened on the channel, I'll try to throw a link to that video here so you can check that out. Great box. I shared a lot of my thoughts about the product there, but I'll just kind of hit those really quick as we dive in here. But anyway, today I'm going to show you everything from a hit perspective, the low-end hits to the highest-end hits that came out of that case. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about an experiment I'm going to try to run that'll be a long-term kind of thing that we'll track on the channel, but to see if we can make our money back on the case investment. So we'll talk about that more as we go along. But anyway, before we dive in, feel free to leave a comment down below, like the video if you enjoy it, and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, as we continue to try to get that initial goal of 500 subscribers. So anyway, we're going to jump right into this. So real quick, a couple of things about here at Heritage this year. I didn't enjoy the product overall as much as I did last year. Now, it may grow on me, but a couple reasons why. There are less variations, in fact, very few. I think this year, the main variations are there's alternate cartoon variations I'll talk about, flipped bat variations on the back of the card. Don't want to give any of these really away, but you can see the bat here. I think those are flipped on the flipped bat variations. Image variations, I think there's about 50 cards in that subset. Nickname variations, and really that's it. In the past, we've had different border parallels, things like that. So that was something I felt was missing. Not as many numbered cards as in the past, I don't believe. There are the chrome parallels for every single card in the set. And then in hobby, there's a couple specific exclusives. There are the dark blue border, which we'll take a look at. And I think it's the blue, I think it's blue speckle, but yeah, you'll see those as well. Those are great. And you get a lot of them, as you'll see. But so that's kind of cool. However, the case did not have a hot box. So in the last couple of years and that I've bought it, and I know they've done it before, is every box would include, or every case would include one box of usually purple chrome variations in every single pack. So there'd be one box, and in every pack there'd be one purple chrome variation, which was super fun and made opening the case, not knowing when you're going to get that. But I was hoping to get that this year. Usually what I do is when I open that first pack and see it, I set it aside and would record a separate video for that. But there wasn't one, so I was a little disappointed there. So anyway, that's kind of my overall take on the product. Well, again, we'll see if it'll grow on me. But I wanted to share this. Again, I know not everybody can afford to buy a full case. It's something I wasn't able to do for a very long time. Have been fortunate enough to be able to do the last couple of years, and so wanted to kind of share that with you. So we'll try to go quickly through this, but there are a lot of cards, so it'll be a bit of a longer video. But this will give you an idea. If you've ever thought about buying a case of Heritage specifically, this will show you kind of what you can get, and then we're going to talk about as I go along. I'm going to try to track and see if I can make my money back here. So real quick, okay, so we'll start here. First thing we're going to show is just the buyback cards, 50th anniversary of TOPPS 1976 design. We got a few of these. They're relatively good condition. Kurt Bevacqua, Dan Spillner, really off center, Pepe Frias, and Terry Harmon. So 4 of the buyback. This next chunk here are let's see, these are the I'm trying to get all of these right, the inserts. This is the 1976 player icons insert. So look at these. There are silver variations of this. So the base, this is what the base looks like. So base Paul Skeens. There's the front of the card art, and then the back. So a nice insert set. Again, I'm not sure how valuable these would be, but did get a couple of the silver parallels. There's James Wood, Bryce Harper, Gunnar Henderson, and then the rest of these are base. Paul Skeens, Chris Sale, Freddie Freeman, Adley, Judge, Pete Alonso, Austin Riley, Tariq Skubal, and Manny Machado. So just a basic insert set, but kind of like the design there. Next insert set we have here is the refined, and again, some of these do have a silver variation. So great, we got Shohei in the silver there. You can see that, and this is the back of the card. They're all this really great green back. So Shohei Acuna Jr. on the silver, Corey Seager on the silver, and the rest are the base. Bo Bichette, Dylan Cruz rookie, Mookie, George Brett, Yamamoto, Rod Carew, Mike Trout, and Mike Schmidt. As you can see, they all have that cool design on the back. I just realized this one has, a couple of these have the facts on them. I'm not sure if that's a different variation or not. I don't think so, no. So anyway, interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. So those are the refined. Next insert is, and these are kind of the lower end cards, so we'll get into some of the bigger ones here in a minute, but just kind of want to go through these. The idea that some of these may have some resale value, some of them may not. Next insert, I think, is called Through the Years, obviously. There are more of these. These are the only ones I included here. Barry Bonds, I think, may have some collectability. And then these are the silver variations of each of these. Tony Gwynn, Dwight Gooden, and Ronald Acuna Jr. Again, there's the back that you can see those. So nice little insert. Next insert set, I think, is really cool. This is the 25th anniversary cards, which are using designs from previous TOPPS releases. I don't know all the years. I'm not super familiar with all of the historic designs, so someone in the comments, feel free to point it out. There are a couple of silver variations there as well. This nice Kobe Mayo rookie on the silver, and there's the back. Each one, it says, is 25th anniversary card, so again, another little cool insert set. Wyatt Langford on the silver, and then harder to see on this one, but this is a silver as well. You can see it there in the sky. Chase Young, and then again, here's the rest of this insert. So Paul Skeens, Corbin Carroll. Again, all of these have 25th anniversary on the back. Luis Angel Acuna, Ellie, great looking card. Verlander, Acuna, Austin Riley, Rhett Lauder, and then Bobby Witt. This one is interesting because it has the rookie card variation or rookie card symbol. I'm not sure why, but I thought that one was pretty cool. So a nice Bobby Witt there. So okay, last stack before we get into kind of the higher end, or we're going to work up the chain. But these are some of the base cards that I think will have some resale value, and so I'll probably include these in the chase to see how much if we can turn a profit on this. So Shohei's base card. Insert for Shohei's 50-50 season, being the first play ever. I just think that will be, as that record breaker insert may have some collectability. Juan Soto in his Mets uniform. Again, several of those. Aaron Judge. A couple Paul Skeens rookie cup. I think it's a cool card. Roki Sasaki's rookie card. See if we can get any. There should be a couple of dollars of value each card there. Same with James Wood. And then a couple of just, these were unique inserts. The 2024 World Series, depicting the Dodgers win. It shows the breakdown of the final stats there on the back. And then this was Babe Ruth, who's one of the notable Americans inserts. There were several of these. I decided not to show those, but thought this one might be one that has some collectability to it. So, okay. So those are kind of the lower end pieces. Next thing we're going to look at are the blue. So again, the deep blue is exclusive to the hobby boxes. And again, these are the ones, several more of these, but these are the ones that I thought might have, some collectability, so some profit there. So that nice color match on the Juan Soto, the Paul Skeens rookie cup, Dylan Cruz, Brooks Lee, Kevin Alcantara, some of the nicer rookie names, Yamamoto color match, Schwellenbach for the Braves, Noel for the Guardians, Kumar Rocker, Brooks Baldwin, who I need to follow him more closely. I've sold quite a few of his cards from the 2025 Topps Series 1 Meyer tinsel variations. I've had several, and they've all sold for $10 plus, so he must be having a good season. The Topps News All-Time All-Stars insert set, but then there are variations of these. So again, we've a couple of these on the dark blue, Mel Ott and Bob Gibson. And then these are just kind of some of the bigger name players. That one for me is a PC card. Ezekiel Tovar, for those of you who don't know, he's my main PC from the Rockies. So just fly through these quickly. Verlander, Justin Steele. This is another one of these insert father and son big leaguers. Has features, in this one, for example, Matt Holliday and Jackson Holliday, and then has a little blurb written by the son on the back. So that was great. Some rookies, Sean Reynolds, Corbin Carroll, Holmes, Thorpe. So you get the idea. Here's some of this year's look at the design of the category leaders or statistic leaders. This one is a blue variation of that. These are generally white cards on the base. Jake Bloss, Montero, Lawrence Butler always looks amazing on his cards. The dude has He's really cool. The kids, I think, say aura. He's got 1,000% aura. So Montgomery, Dominguez, Peralta, Scherzer, Max Scherzer, Goldschmidt in the Yankees uni, Dustin Harris, Schwarber, a couple more, Anthony Volpe. And then these two were the only paper black border variations that came out of the case. Jordan Walker for the Cardinals, Tyler Locklear. Not sure how short printed those are, but those were two border variations that came out as well. So, okay, next we're going to look at the chrome. So every card has a chrome parallel. Again, I won't spend a ton of time on these, but just wanted to show you so you can see first, you can see kind of the shine on there when you turn the light, and there are refractors. We'll look at those next. Back of the card is the same, but you'll look here just at some of the big names or better names, then I'll go quickly through the rest. But I think, this is something I may post a few of these individually, but then for this stack and this stack, which is the blue speckles, I will probably post, combination posts where I just list all the cards available. I've done it in the past without photos just because adding the photos is a ton of work. And as you can see, to post all of this is going to take me weeks. So it's really going to be a slow build to get this stuff posted on eBay. If you are interested in any of these cards individually or like big lots, like if you want to buy all these blue speckles after you see some of them, reach out, let me know, we'll figure it out. But anyway, it will take me a long time to list these. These two sacks I may list as, just pick your cards without the photos, and then to send people photos if they have questions about the condition. Luckily, I will say out of Heritage, the condition of the cards was excellent. So I would say quality control, at least on the case that I received, was outstanding. So that's been a problem in the past. I'll show you when we get to the relic cards. A lot of times those come out and they're beat up, or there's edge issues. Most, I'd say 90%, 95% of the cards that came out of this were in excellent to gem mint condition. So really happy with that. But anyway, quick look at some of the chrome. Ben Rice, Jackson Jobe, that TOPPS, the Clemente all-time all-stars, Norby. See there, that's kind of the base look at the closer base look at the stats leaders, but this is the chrome parallel of these runs batted in, RBIs. So go through these kind of quickly, but you'll see quite a few names. Jackson Holiday, some rookie cards in here. McCutcheon, Kyle Schwarber, record breaker. Bretton Doyle, having a great season for the Rockies. Now he's back. Sal Frelick, Yohan Duran. So again, just a ton of cards. So these are probably, I don't know, $2 cards for most of these. We'll look and price those out. But again, this is something for set builders or collectors. Another father and son insert. That one is Roger Clemens and Cody Clemens. These are all chrome inserts. So again, I don't think these are super valuable, but just to give you an idea of just how many came out of the case, it's pretty significant. Not as many as the blue speckles, but there are quite a few of these. Jose Ramirez, Walker, and Ian Happ. So that will probably go up as a pick your card post on eBay and sell those long-term over time. Here are the chrome refractors. So again, we have the base chromes we just looked at. These are the chrome refractors. So again, these will probably be posted individually. Spencer Strider, you'll see these look really nice. I didn't get any huge hits out of these, but I think there's some stars in here. Contreras, Justin Steele, Corbin Burns looks great. Contreras, Starling Marte, Crochet, Johan, I think a couple of those are in here. Some rookies, Curtis Mead, Diaz, Blade, Royce Lewis, Josh Lowe, Castillo, Matt McLean, Michael Harris II, and Lane Thomas. So those are all of the chrome refractors. Again, we'll probably post those as individuals. Those are, I would imagine, $2 to $4 cards for the most part. All right, next big stack, and then we'll get into kind of the really good stuff. So these are the hobby exclusive blue speckles. We did get some pretty good names out of this first batch. So we'll show you these. Again, these look amazing. I think there are silver speckles in the blasters and pink speckles, if I'm correct, if I'm not mistaken, in the jumbo boxes. But these blue speckles are exclusive to hobby. So nice James Wood. May look at this one for grading. Just depends. I know he's one of the bigger names in this year's rookie class. So a couple of these I may look at grading, but if not, they'll be up for sale raw on eBay. Dylan Cruz, same thing. Nice rookie there. Ben Rice, same thing. Don't know if he's as collectible, but Yankees in general sell well, so we'll look at that one for grading. Noel, Brooks Baldwin, as I mentioned earlier, has been selling well, so may look at that one for grading. Alcantara, this Paul Skeens I may look to grade. Nice blue speckle on that one. This Aaron Judge I may look to grade. The variation of the record breaker for US games to reach 300 career home runs. Stolen base leaders, got Ellie and Shohei on there, along with Bryce Terang. I don't know if I'll grade that one, but that's a cool card. Awesome Yamamoto color match. May look at grading that one. Lawrence Butler. I mean, look at this card. Unbelievable, right? Like, that's a beautiful card. Strider on a semi-color match. Okay, Austin Riley. And then we'll go through just some of these quickly. Willie Mays, Bob Gibson, Mel Ott. Here again is some of the father and son big leaguers. So the holidays, earned run, ER leaders, and then the rest of these, again, you'll note there's quite a few rookies in here, but just go through these kind of quickly. But just wanted to give you an idea of just how many of these came out of a hobby box. Like Goldschmidt in the Yankees uniform, Schwarber, Stanton, Kirby, Jared Jones, Mountcastle, Verlander, Brandon Marsh, Rosarina, Jack Flaherty, Snell, Clifford Conine, Matt Waldron, knuckleballer, Will Smith, color match, Tyler Fitzgerald on there, Kenzie Gore. So just, anyway, you can see, you get the idea. I mean, that's an awesome card, right? The Pasquantino color match looks great. Diaz, a couple of Rockies in there I may keep for the PC, but most likely we'll post those. And then finishing off, Sal Frelick. Again, just a ton of these blue speckle inserts. So they're not, that I think there's a lot of them, but at the same time, it's like, when you have a 500 card base set and there's a chrome parallel of every one, and then I assume there, obviously a blue speckle parallel of every single one, these are probably highly printed cards, but still some collectability to some of these names and folks who, are set builders. So anyway, so many of those. I didn't count them out. I probably should have, but you can see it's the biggest stack by far. So that one will probably go up as a pick your card listing, with the exception of there's a few that I called out that I'll either consider for grading or may list those individually. Okay, so those are kind of the lower end ones. We got a few more stacks. Thank you for sticking with me. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if this is interesting to you. Again, it's something I always was curious about before I was able to buy a case. And so this is hopefully something that is interesting to you. All right, next we're going to go to our relics. So in every hobby box, you're guaranteed either an autograph or a relic. 12 hobby box in a case, and as you can see here, the vast majority of them were relics. I think I only have 3 autographs out of the entire case. So that is something that's interesting. I'm curious, anyone else who's opened a case, if you've gotten more or less autos out of your case, but 3 is a little disappointing. I was hoping for at least 4 or 5. 3 is not it, but it is what it is. So, okay, so the relics, this was the only hand-numbered gold to 99, so the Nolan Arenado. You can see the hand-numbered there, so that's pretty cool. And then we got some good names. So Tatis, and these are all game used. So that's what I love about Heritage, generally about Topps. There's going to be game used memorabilia. So like when I get patch cards, so like these patch cards for football, so this was one, they got a Zenith. I mean, it's just enclosed authentic memorabilia is not from any specific game, or it's just what they don't do it for me. They may do it for some people. I have no interest in it, but I do like when they're at least game used memorabilia. So Arenado on the gold variation, we got Tatis, Corbin Carroll bat, Acuna bat, Curtis Mead, Adames, Salvi Perez bat, Benintendi on the White Sox black with a tiny bit of white there. And then my only dual relic was Ronald Acuna dual bat relic, which is pretty cool. So, okay, so those are the 9 memorabilia cards that we got. Here are autos, and I'm going to go ahead and show these, even though the last one is the biggest card. If you watch me open the other video, the case hit was an auto. Zebby Matthews, Real 1 auto on card, so those are great. Rookie pitcher for the Twins. Nice Anthony Volpe. I think it's the 2nd year in a row I've pulled a Volpe Real 1 auto out of Heritage. And then the next card was the case hit. Very short checklist of chrome autos. JT Realmuto is probably one of the less flashy names on there, although I know he's a very good player. Phillies have a great fan base. It's certainly collectible, but gold Real 1 auto on the gold chrome refractor out of 50. So 12 out of 50 on card auto. Just a beautiful card. I don't think I'll grade it just based on the player, and I think the center is off a little bit, but I do think that's an awesome card. Not sure what that will be listed for, but you know, definitely the hit of the case. But again, only 3 autos out of the entire case, so that again was a little disappointing, but I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, next thing we'll look at are these Bicentennial parallels. This was by far the best one I pulled, and it threw me at first. I noticed the dual numbering, and I thought it was an error card. Then I looked it up and saw on eBay there were for sale. So this is an official, you know, kind of parallel. So each of these cards has the stamped 1776 to 1976. So to commemorate the bicentennial of the 1976 design, and then each are numbered out of 200. So cool insert. I looked this one up. I think it was the comps are a little bit all over the place, but I don't know, $40 card, give or take. We'll see where we end up on that one. Rafaela was another one, 30 out of 200. Rookie Tyler Gentry for the Royals, 86 out of 200. Ha-Seong Kim, 132 out of 200. Another rookie Guerrero for the Red Sox, 64 out of 200. And then these are the 76 border parallels. So got 2 of these, which is pretty cool. So 2 out of the case. Evan Carter, numbered 14 out of 76. So that's pretty cool. You can see the back of the card design there. And then Brandon Lowe, 14 out of 76. So what are the odds of that, right? Both of these 76 inserts I got were both numbered 14 out of 76. So those are cool. I mean, again, as you can imagine, you hit that in one of the bigger names, one of the big stars or rookies, and those are gonna have a pretty great price tag. Okay, we're gonna go with our numbered variations or our numbered parallels next, and we'll save our variations for last. Some good cards here. So you can see this is all the, other than the parallels that I just showed you. So the Rio Muto Auto, the Bicentennial parallels, and then the hand-numbered Relic. These are the other numbered cards from the case. So you can see not a ton. But we did get a couple pretty cool ones. So we'll go through. There's this Juan Soto's blue chrome to 150. Color match. I think, again, that's one I may look at grading, but I think that should be a decently priced card. Spencer Schwellenbach, 113 out of 150. Spencer Horowitz, which I didn't even realize was on the Pirates now, but anyway, 34 out of 150. And Will Wagner, color match, Blue Jays rookie out of 150. And then Hunter Goodman, may look at this one for the PC, but we'll probably move on from this one. 86 out of 150. Next, we go to our greens, which are out of 99. So this is father and son. You can see the number right here in the corner. Hard to kind of see there on camera. There you go. Vlad Guerrero and Vlad Guerrero Jr. on the father and son. Kenley Jansen on the green out of 99. And then Machado out of 99. We have 2 of these black chromes out of 76. Logan O'Hoppe, 1 of 76, which is kind of cool. And then Yandy Diaz, 69 of 76. So those are nice. Our other gold, so 2 golds out of the case. This one is Novi Marte, 35 out of 50. It's a great looking card. And then this one, I wish this guy was still a Rocky, but he's not. But this is 7 out of 25. Nolan Jones on the orange chrome. Beautiful card. We'll probably sell this one, even though it's, you know, I do have a kind of a mini PC of Nolan, but I usually tend to kind of let those go a little bit after they come off my favorite teams. But I don't know. I really like Nolan Jones a lot. So we'll see what we do with this one. That one's out of 25. So those are our numbered cards. Okay, finishing off strong. We've got our variations. So as I talked about, there are nickname variations. There are cartoon variations where this cartoon drawing is different. There are flipped bat variations where the back, I believe, this graphic is flipped, so the ball is down here. I think those are the main ones. And image variations, which you'll see. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 out of here. This one I think is over a $100 card based on what it's currently listed for. We'll see where it settles. Childish Bambino, Soto on the Mets. I mean, that's a great card, right? I was super happy when it came out, that one came out of the pack. Acuna. This is a cartoon variation. If I can find another shortstop here quickly. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the normal or the base shortstop cartoon. And so you can see this is the cartoon variation on this card. So I think about 50 cards in the cartoon variation checklist, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty cool in there. And then some really great luck on some rookie image variations. So Kobe Mayo, image variation. Spencer Schwellenbach, great rookie variation. And then this last one's not a rookie, but image variation for Wyatt Langford on the rookie cup. So all in all, that is the hits out of my case of 2025 Top Heritage. So again, I'm still pleased with the case. I don't know that I'm going to be able to make my money back on this. I bought a case last year. I didn't document it, but I tracked it. I was able to make back my money off of the cards that I sold out of that case of 2024 Topps Heritage. So it wasn't by much, but I basically paid for the case by selling off the cards, or most of the cards that I collected. And again, still have several that are for sale, so it's not a complete exercise. This one I'm going to start posting. I've already posted a couple of the Relic cards. Start posting these now. It'll take me weeks to post these, but you know, again, especially if I post the blue speckles and the chromes as pick your card listings, that'll accelerate it a little bit. But that's the goal, and I think I will try to document it. Maybe post once a week, once a month. I don't know. It depends on how frequently these are selling, to keep you guys updated, to say, you know, is it worth the money to try to, if your pure goal is to try to make profit off of it, to rip it open, keep what you want out of your PC. Is it possible? I don't know. I don't know that it is this year. So we will take a look. I'll share the information as transparently as I can along the way, and hope you will follow along, subscribe to the channel so you can follow the journey. But yeah, I really appreciate you checking this one out. This is something a little different for me, but I wanted to share it. I know that I used to have a lot of curiosity about what all you got in a case if you bought the full case. And here's an example of what you get from a case of 2025 Topps Heritage. So let me know what you think down below in the comments, if this is something you're interested in, if you're curious about following the experiment to see if I can make my money back, or if you're like, nah, you're not gonna, who cares, waste of time, waste your money. That's fine too. Appreciate your input. Leave a comment down below, like the video if you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing and following along on the journey. As always, I appreciate you checking this one out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.